Hi, Rene Bastarache here, and today I want to speak to you about my 5 favorite books. A lot of times people will write into me telling me what book they're reading and they're learning this and learning that, and sometimes they'll ask me what my favorite books are, so I'm going to go ahead and show them to you in no specific order. Let's see, the first one, I've been actually using this one a lot recently, you can see it's bookmarked, is The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, by T. Harv Eker. I would really recommend this book to anyone who wants to get ahead financially. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And who is T. Harv Eker? He's this handsome looking character on the back here. Here we go. Now, T. Harv Eker speaks a lot about passive income. And give you a little history of this book, how it helped me. For those of you who know me, I'd say 10 years ago, actually about 12 years ago, we moved to Philly. And we had an office in Philly, and we did quite well with it. But the problem is, Raluca had an office down in Center City, and I had an office in the southern part of the town, actually just outside of Philadelphia. And we got pretty busy. We weren't seeing each other that much. There was not enough time in the day. I was actually writing my first book back then, the Everything Self-Hypnosis book. So I was doing that in the evening. We're working all day long doing sessions, and we were like, we need more hours in the day. Then I found this gentleman's book. And one of the things he speaks about, like I said, with passive income is doing things that you create at once, let it take care of itself, and you make money with it. Such as my first book that I wrote. I wrote the book, I put it out there. Once it was out there, as it sold, I didn't have to be there to do anything because the fulfillment took care of it by itself. So it was sold, it was delivered, the money was paid by the client, and the money was put right in my account. So I said, I like this passive income idea. So we went on a passive income kick to try to automate as many areas of our lives as possible and to create automated products. It took about probably 5 years from that point to automate as much as we could. Now, at the time, we didn't have enough time. We were so busy. We just wanted more hours to make more money. So we were trading what they call trading hours for income. All right, there was just so much I could make unless I wanted to raise my prices, okay? So we traded hours for income, but about 5 years later, I'd say at the time, maybe about 90% of my business was automated. Meaning I now had time to write books, to go fishing, we did a lot of driving, exploring the area, going to Atlantic City, did I say that out loud? And see a lot of, what that part of the country had to offer. Then we moved back here to Maine and we continued doing it. We started building, creating courses, creating MP3s. Since then, I just finished writing my 37th book, okay? So those are all automated online, okay, between Amazon and another company called Lulu and my own store through PDF. I mean, we've got them in a lot of different areas. We're trying to consolidate them right now, but all in one place, but that takes a while. So we have all these things that made us, I guess you could say, I don't have to work hard anymore. It made us more automated. It made life a lot easier. If I want to just take off and, go for a week's vacation, let's say tomorrow or even today, I could drop everything when I get off this video, okay, and go on vacation because things are still going to be running automated. We have instructors. I have instructors for the school that teach. The practitioners are all doing their own things, and if they need me, they can email me or call me, and I can still do that on the road. So this book was a life changer for me. So now that I have a lot more time, I could fill it up with work, and doing other things, but we still are building more passive income products, but I'm also taking a lot more time to go fishing. All right, so Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Now, my second favorite book, and I've spoken about this one before, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, Napoleon Hill, this book was written a long time ago, and you'll find a lot of different versions of this online. Matter of fact, we even have a place on the website. I'll see if I could find it and put the link below this video where you can read it for free. Free, good price, right? So Napoleon Hill, what he did was he was commissioned to interview 500 of the world's richest men at the time. I mean, Thomas Edison, I think he was one on the list. I think Henry Ford from the Ford Motor Company was like one of the first 5 he did. So he interviewed all these people to find out the common features or common values of what it took to be rich. And it took many, many years, but he finally put this book together, Think and Grow Rich. So if you have a desire, if you're in business and you want to make more money, if you want to make more with what you have, if you want to be a better businessman or woman, I suggest this book to any entrepreneur in any business. That's why we have it on the site, because it's such an important thing that I put it on the site for free, because I think anyone in business should read it and you will benefit from it. Number 3, I actually found this one shortly after reading Think and Grow Rich, and we read that over and over, okay, is this one here called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. Now you can see it's a very small book. And this is probably one of the, I don't know how many pages it is, just to show you. I think it's like 100 something. It says 100 questions. 100 pages, okay? This is the most jam-packed 100-page book you'll ever find on, I guess if I was going to call it one thing, on the law of attraction. He speaks about the mental points. Matter of fact, the subtitle, Attracting Financial Success Through Creative Thought. So I just did a video recently called on the law of attraction, how thoughts become things, how the law of attraction works to actually get what you want. Okay, you're going to see things in here that are going to probably blow your mind. It's going to spin your head. So it's a small book, a very powerful book, and I suggest it to anyone who wants to get ahead. Now, not only financially, this is going to help you with health, with relationships, with happiness, anything you're working towards. He gives I guess you could say, the definitive steps, step by step, how to do things. Very intelligent book. Now, getting away from the whole law of attraction type thing, again, for business people, for anybody that has to do any marketing, this is one of my favorite marketing books by Drew Eric Whitman called Cashvertising. If you want to know some really creative ways of advertising your business, Cashvertising, I recommend it highly. And matter of fact, here's a picture of Drew in the back. See that? With a nice, he talks about that. He's wearing his doctor's smock. Okay, he's not a doctor, but again, it's a advertising gimmick to get people to look at you a little bit differently. Advertising in a newspaper, any place where you need to put, emails or whatever, he shows you how to get great titles, great keywords on building web pages. It talks about I'm reading his subtitles again, 100 Secrets of Ad Agency Philosophy to Make Big Money Selling Anything to Anyone. So one more book that's highly recommended. I go to it quite often. You can see it's been well used, a lot of highlighting in it. And now this book I found a long time ago, so last but not least, The Biology of Belief by Bruce Lipton. You've probably heard Bruce Lipton speak on TV, big time speaker. He's been on Oprah and so many different places. And the subtitle for this one is Unleashing the Power of Consciousness, Matter, and Miracles. Now, Bruce Lipton talks a lot about, he's a scientist, so he talks a lot about the scientific backing behind how thoughts become things, how what you focus on attracts things, how the mind works. Okay, so he gets right into the cells, how cells are, that cells can think, okay, how they, go from one thing to another. And just one thing I learned from him before, just to show, again, how like attracts like. Even with cells, if you have a group of 6 cells and a healthy cell is introduced into the group, let's say into a petri dish, so they can't, they can't get out. If there's a group of 6 cells and you drop a healthy cell, the healthy cell will immediately try to get away from the sick cell. Same thing, in the microcosm as in the macrocosm, as they say, and he speaks about this. When you walk into a room where there's a whole mess of negative people, you can feel their energy and you immediately want to leave the room. Cells feel the same way. So you can see the way you feel is all the way down to your individual cells. And if that cell can't get away, it will eventually become sick and join the others. You ever notice that? How people that are always hanging around depressed people, down people, sick people, they eventually become that way. That's why they say you should always hang around with or associate with the 5 people that you look up to, that you admire the most. The people you want to be like, if you can associate with them, that's what you're going to become. Okay? Whatever you focus on, you attract to you. So the biology of belief, it gets into so many different things. This will change the way you look at things. So those are my favorite 5 books. Let me know what you think. If you have any of them already, tell me a little bit about how they've helped you in your life. And if you'd like to tell us what some of your favorite books are, I would love to hear it, because I'm always looking for a good book that can help us in one way or another. So if you've read books on the law of attraction, motivational speaking, whatever it is that you enjoy, even if it's gardening or fishing, okay, go ahead and list it in the comment box below, and I'd love to see them. So thanks for watching, and have a great day.